Everybody, Lisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. Because I have just a minute before I have to go back to work. I thought I would do a viewer request video that's kind of long overdue, and it's been on my mind that someone was nice enough to express interest and want me to do this comparison. So I wanted to try to squeeze it in there. I've had a kind of a heavy workload lately, so the videos have been suffering. But this is for Nikki, who commented on my Instagram feed that she thought, wouldn't it be interesting to do a comparison? Had I ever done a comparison between the iconic small Vera tote and the Hadley East-West tote? And I hadn't. I realized I hadn't, even though I have two of each. And so I thought that I would do that for her, using what was my bag of the day, actually was my bag of the day, and pulling out one of my Hadleys. So I don't always, I guess it hadn't occurred to me to do this comparison because I haven't been the biggest small iconic Vera fan, although lately I have been warming to the bag. I felt it was a little on the small side. I still feel it's a little on the small side for me because of the way it looks against my body. I've said in a number of videos, if people watch my videos, that I start to feel a little self-conscious when a bag is too small, like it's the wrong proportion for my body. It makes me look huge in comparison. Like Gulliver's Travels. But I have sort of warmed to the bag size a little bit, realized you can get a good amount in there, and when you do that, it does give the bag, it fills the bag out a little bit and gives it a little bit of a larger presence. So I thought I would do this. I thought I would use my bag of the day for that, and then, you know, compare it to the Hadley for Nikki. So this is the small iconic Vera in Dragon Fruit Floral, and they're good, which is a Dillard's exclusive, and it's a pattern. I'll put the link in the video description here to my Carson North-South tote video that I did with a bag of this pattern. I just fell in love with this pattern. I just think it's very rich, and I love this sort of Asian inspiration that it looks like it has. I love the colors, that sort of gray-blue background with the oranges and the red tones. I think it's just a very, it's a very good palette. I think part of why it works so well is because red, I think, I don't have my color wheel handy, but I do think red and, orange and blue are complementary colors, meaning they fall opposite each other on the color wheel, and complementary colors tend to enhance each other when they're used together, make each other more vivid, more vibrant, more rich looking. And so I think for me, that's why this is an appealing combination of colors, especially on these orange and red leaves. Love that against the blue. Just think, and orange I feel like is a very tough color to work with. There are a whole range of orange tones out there that are just kind of uninspiring, but I think here the orange tones have been well chosen, and it works really well. Just love this. It's very, it's floral, but it's got sort of a fantasy kind of look to it, or a wild kind of look to it. Playful, whimsical, but yet bold. And now this was something this is something that often sells me on the Vera, the iconic Vera totes. Even though the size might not be quite right for me, the iconic Vera is too large, or the small is too small. But sometimes you get the coordinating trim on the sides, and that's hard to resist. And as soon as I saw on the website, the Dillard's website, that this particular iconic small Vera, I was making use of the coordinating trim, I thought, well, I got to get it. I got to get a touch of that trim because it's not on the Carson North-South tote. As much as I love that bag. Getting close there. So that's sort of playful, stylized flowers there. And, you know, combined with the smaller sprays there. And you get this nice rich red or deep red for the sort of border of the trim. So just a real quick, I do have other videos on the iconic small Vera, and I guess I could try to put links for those. I have one in Lavender Meadow. But just real quick, I can go over the basic features. It's a recessed top zipper, plastic zipper, which is nice. So it works well. Not too recessed. I don't like a too deeply recessed top zipper. That just seems wasteful of space to me. And on the front, of course, is the slip pocket with the metal zipper on top of it. Zipper, when there's a zipper, a small metal zipper pocket like this, I tend not to use it, except under duress. Because it does scratch my hand. And doesn't always work smoothly. You know, all the usual complaints people have. The back doesn't have any pockets or anything. You just get a nice space of fabric there. And inside you get 6 slip pockets. And I have this bag. I use this bag today, so it's still filled with all my stuff. And I want to put it on, and also put it on with the Hadley on my other shoulder so people can see what they look like. So I won't empty it out just yet. But you can see you get a lot in there, have a lot in there. And the lining on this pattern is also very nice because it makes use of these sort of firefly type insects in with these more like pansy looking type flowers. You can see there. So that's, I saw that lining too, made it hard to resist this pattern. And so I don't have a lot of money right now, and so I've just been using my credit card points to get myself gift cards, and that's how I would get all these. I've been buying my latest Veras. And the one other thing that I do love about this is about this style is the slip pocket, a hidden slip pocket up by the top. So it's on the outside of this. It's not within the main zipper section. It's there. It's a hidden slip there. I do like that a lot. So I'm just going to put this one on. The Hadley here, this is the Hadley East-West Tote in Super Bloom, which both the style and the print are retired, but you can still find, I don't know about whether Super Bloom is still available, but in the sales, like the online outlet sales, but you can definitely still find the Hadley East-West totes in the online outlet sales, and I bet you could probably find them on Amazon. I mean, I've gotten Hadley totes there. The bigger Hadley totes. I think my husband is trying to text me. I feel like I should just take a look in case it's urgent. But anyway, so here, oh, my pants are tight. I don't think I gained weight. As I always say, I'm 130 pounds and 5'4". So that gives you an idea of where these will hit on you, maybe, you know. You can see the strap drop on this is a bit lower, although I do feel like you can get a comparable amount of stuff in both of them, and I'll show that. And this has a more of a square kind of look to it. I feel like this is definitely more, you know, oblong this way, the east-west way. What was nice, what I felt like was nice about the Hadley East-West tote is that it's a tote. Officially they call it a tote, but it's not so obvious. It's not such a literal interpretation of a tote bag. You know, this is more of a literal interpretation of a tote bag to me, like a step above LL Bean, you know, the LL Bean classic canvas tote, you know, with the straps go all the way down. So this is kind of nice, almost doesn't make you think immediately tote bag. So I was sad to see this one go. And you can see the straps are finished with this nice knot detail, that is attached to a metal hardware loop, and this is tacked in place, so this won't open. You know, and I have a lot of stuff in my bag right now, which I will put in here, and this holds. I mean, these, if people are afraid these might, or concerned, wonder if these would come undone. They don't come undone. Okay, so now I'll just go over what's in my bag, trying to see if I can answer my husband at the same time. Sorry. Okay, so now, that's never happened before. He's supposed to be busy at work, and so am I. Okay, so in here today I had, and I'll just load it up in here. Oh, let me do the measurements while I'm thinking of it. So on the Iconic Small Vera, you could see that was a longer strap drop, and it's 12 inches on the strap drop. On the Hadley, the strap drop is 10, so I mean you could see that. The top opening on the Iconic Small Vera is about 13 to 14. This top opening is about, on the Hadley East-West, is about 14, 15. It's a little bit wider up top, and then it gets a little bit narrower at the bottom. The height on the Iconic Vera is 11. Here on the Hadley East-West, it's 10. And the base, now these are both non-removable, sort of. There's something in there, but they're rather soft. And I've washed, I haven't washed, I don't think I've washed any of my Hadleys. But I wouldn't hesitate to throw this in the washing machine. I have washed, not this particular one, but I have washed the Iconic Small Vera and the Iconic Vera, the regular size one, and they both went through the wash fine. So there is the base. The base on this is 5 by 11, whereas the base on this is 6 by, I think it was 10 1/4. It's 10 1/4. So a little bit different shape on that base, and you can see it here. You know, it's definitely different. There. And the strap width, that's the one final thing. This is 7/8 of an inch. I think this was an inch and a little bit over an inch. What was this? Yeah, 1 1/4 inches. And a little bit softer. And just in general, this bag is a little like, let's see if I can get in the shot a little bit better. A little bit, you know, it's floppy, you know. Yeah, there's nothing in here, and it'll stand up fine, but it's just softer. This definitely has more structure, even empty. So I had, in here today, I had my iPod mini, and I have my charger cord pouch. I guess I'll just load it all up in here. And inside in here, I didn't mention, you get a zipper pocket, which is a pretty good size. And you get, on the other side, other wall of the bag, 2 slip pockets, not huge slip pockets. And you get an exterior, where is it? Zipper, vertical zipper pocket there. I tend not to, I have napkins in here right now. I tend to forget about that pocket and not use it. It just seems a little strange, like gravity might cause a problem if I put something in there like my keys and I unzip it, they just come spilling out. I don't know. You could see putting, like, if you were listening to an iPod with, or your phone with like music and you had earphones on, maybe you could just thread out the cord from your earphones here and keep your phone in there. Maybe I could see doing that with that pocket, and then you don't have to have your top zipper open. These are all plastic zippers on this one. Okay, so like I said, the charger cord pouch, my GPS pouch. That's a shopping list. Tissues. My iPod, which I can put in a slip pocket here. I had it in the slip pocket in the other bag. And an all-in-one crossbody that I'm using as a wallet. This particular pattern is Field Flowers, which is, I think, was also a Dillard's exclusive. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong about that. I don't know the year, so if anybody knows the year, please leave a comment. I would love to know the year. It's a little bit smaller than the current all-in-one crossbody, which was appealing to me because I just thought for variety, sometimes you don't want something quite so large if you're using it as a wallet like I do. And I also had never seen one that makes use of coordinated trim like that, and I love this coordinating trim. Very simple but strong and graphic with the very pretty colors. And I really found these white flowers appealing with the gradation and the green tones there, almost like a scallion coloring there. And a nice lining too, the fabric lining. And again, you see the coordinating trim there. So I don't know, I just found this very sweet pattern, and I had never really seen it before. You don't see a lot in it. I've seen a handful of things, one or two other things in it recently, but not a lot. Oh no, my phone, my little rinky-dink phone. Put that in the other slip pocket in there. Okay. Let me throw this in here. I'm sure my husband will text me in the middle of everything again. So that's quite a bit of weight in there, and you can see the knots that's purely decorative. It's a lovely pattern. Sorry to see it go. And I should mention the difference in these bags too. There's a difference in the quilting stitch pattern in these bags. Of course, the Hadley line made use of that micro square quilting, as you can see there, which I just love. It definitely affects the drape of the fabric and definitely gives it a richer feel to me, a more luxurious feel. And it's just nice to have a difference. You know, it gets a little repetitive when you just have the same, regular size square quilting. I'm sure it's a cost thing, they have to set up their factories, a production line to accommodate different quilting stitch patterns, and so it's not so easy to do, but I'm always saying that's one of my top wishes for Vera Bradley, is that they would play around more with the quilting stitch patterns, because I think they really could go to town there. They really could do something interesting with circular patterns. I mean, when you think about all the quilting, if you look at quilts, they're really doing some fantastic stuff with the stitching on quilts, and Vera Bradley could really make use of that. Anyway, so I'll put them back on again, and you can see how this one hangs with weight in it. So again, fills out nicely. It's comfortable. And I feel like there was probably a little bit more space for even a little bit more stuff. People carry even a little bit more stuff than I do. I tend to forget about things like lip balm and notepad and a pen. And I do tend to often stuff a sweatshirt in, a lightweight sweatshirt, zipper sweatshirt, and those would have fit. That would have fit in either of these. I just didn't take it today. I didn't need it today. So it looks even better, filled up, obviously. Holds its shape better. This holds its shape even empty, I feel like. Very comfortable. Both of them have that feature that I always talk about that I like, where you can keep the bag on your shoulder while you're looking for something while you're out. You remove one strap, keep the other strap on, keeps your bag up there, gives you this nice wide opening. So I like that. I like the double strap. I mean, I don't insist on it. I have lots of styles that don't have that, but I just think it is a nice feature. Maybe a little bit more tote baggy. Anyway, so I hope that was helpful for anyone who might be interested in either of these bags. Get them in the shot. Never remember where I am in relation to the camera. So I have the iconic small Vera tote, and then Dragon Fruit Floral, and the Hadley East West tote in Super Bloom. But again, I think if you look around online at other websites, you can still find this tote. So I hope that was helpful for people. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully see you next time on Vera Bradley Bag of the Day.